Alright, well, I'm back with a different type of video today. I have a wireless controller by PDP Gaming. I purchased this with my own money. It is not a sponsored video. I was not given it. I did not receive any discounts or anything like that for it. So I'm just going to do a quick overview and basically first impressions of this controller. I haven't even opened it out of the box. All I did was cut the little plastic tape here so it's easier when I take it out of the box. But real quick, I'll go over the packaging. It explains that it has a rechargeable battery, 40 hours, and that is through USB-C. It's wireless, of course, Bluetooth wireless. It has motion controls, and it is, as you can see, it's a smaller controller than your typical, like Switch Pro controller, something like that. Everybody seems to like the packaging, the plastic packaging. I'm not the biggest fan of it because it doesn't go in style with the rest of all of the Switch cardboard packaging. So I would have preferred the packaging to be just like this, but cardboard instead of the plastic. But that's just nitpicking. That's just me because I usually keep all my boxes and the cardboard just matches with everything else. So that's really all it's about. So I'm gonna take it out of the package here. I haven't even, of course, like I said, I haven't taken it out, haven't paired it up, nothing. So sorry if that's kind of loud because I did move my camera a little bit closer. So I'm going to toss that aside. So we got our paperwork, which we don't really need because I'm a guy. And we have our USB to Type-C cable right here for charging. I probably won't use this cable because I prefer these right here. Let's see. See these magnetic cables? Yeah, I prefer that because then I'll plug in the magnetic port into the top of the cable controller itself, and so I'll just plug it in like that and it'll be charging. So I prefer those because you can use one cable for everything as long as you have the different tips for what you're going to plug it into. So alright, this controller is actually smaller than I thought it was, going by the pictures. And I don't have big hands, I have a friend of mine at work who's actually inch or so, maybe 2 inches shorter than me, and he's got bigger hands than I do, thicker fingers. The fingers they're longer, whatever. The buttons, they do feel a little bit clicky. I mean, not exactly a fan of that, but I can deal with it. The analogs, they feel, let me see, let me compare it to, they feel a little bit smoother, I guess, if you will, than the Pro controller. The Pro controller has got weight to it. The original Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Yeah, these, like when you turn, they feel like they're not touching anything. Of course, you can turn it on the edge and everything, but just moving it, they feel like they're not touching anything, which is actually kind of nice, because it gives you a smoother experience. The D-pad is somewhat clicky. But somewhat mushy, but not quite mushy, not like cheap mushy. So let's compare it to this D-pad here, which is a lot clickier, right? And we all know this don't have the best D-pad. Oh, see, here's the USB-C. So my magnet cable would just go right into that like this. And it would start charging. Perfect. So, let me see. And just barely pushing these. So these are clicky too. Right? So everybody says that the PDP controller is clicky. And I agree, but it's a hollow clicky in comparison. So it's not bad. It's not something that would really bother me. It does sound different, and it's not the sound that I guess would be more accepted, you know, when it comes to clickiness, but not a big deal. Okay, so the L and R are similar clicky, where it's almost, except for the ZL and the ZR. They're not as clicky as the L and the R, but the Z. See, it's a little bit different. The analog thumb pad, you know, thumbstick. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet. As far as the actual concaveness and the size, it's slightly smaller around. You know, the whole controller is a little bit smaller since there's no pinky holds here for the grips, or you know, even your back two fingers. How can I hold the controller for, you know? So we'll see. Let me compare it to the Wii U. Yeah, it's been a while. Pro controller. There's a clicky D-pad there. I guess the best comparison for the analogs would be to the Wii U Pro, where like this plastic in the inside here doesn't touch anything at all. Unless you, of course, hit the edges, but see, these are kind of clicky, and these are clickier. So, you know, as far as the actual clickiness, I guess at the end of the day, I really can't complain. See, here's the buttons. It's just the other one sounds a hollow clicky, I guess. And of course, you know, some people don't like the offset, and that's the reason I actually went ahead and picked this up. I figured, you know what? I want a smaller controller so I can take with me at work, which I have another video that I will be making here pretty soon, because I got a battery bank that provides more than enough power, and it's not even that big, to allow me to dock my Switch without an AC adapter. So I go straight from the battery bank to the Switch, which I have a mini dock, which you don't need it if you have a specific type of monitor, but my monitor doesn't have dual 2 USB-Cs. But anyway, that's another video, but that's the reason I want a smaller controller, so it fits in my bag when I'm going to work with it. And some people don't prefer the offset, and that's the reason that I got this one over the 8-bit Do or 8-bit Do, is because it has both of them, you know, right here down below, similar to what the PlayStation 3 controller, you know, where they're right here. See, these are a little bit. That's actually pretty smooth too, I guess so. It's just the actual feel of the thumbstick. And well, since we're here, this has basically no clickiness. Of course, these buttons do, and the triggers. So yeah, most people want to compare this controller to that of the Wii Classic controller. This is the Classic Pro. I don't have the original Classic, but these, you can kind of feel the analogs here. I don't even think they're analog. They're probably more digital. You can feel the 8-way, kind of like on Mario 64. So I guess that's why some people like that version when you're not playing on the original 64. Here's the D-pad. Feels kind of mushy, very light clicky, not much. Here's the buttons. Just in comparison, you know, I never really liked the feel of these buttons, but I could always use the controller. It's not a big deal. You know, you adapt to the controller at the end of the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it now. I'll flip the screen over. I don't think I have another controller really to compare it to other than, you know, here's the analog sticks on these. It is, they're wider apart and they're on the upper portion of the controller. These are offset, similar to the Switch Pro controller and Xbox original style. See, here's the offset on the Switch Pro, and these kind of match that. PlayStation style is, you know, together and on the bottom. So whether you like this controller going by the analog sticks, that's how you can base it. You know, if you want the 8-bit do, then you're more of a PlayStation controller style. And if you want this one, you're probably more Xbox and now Switch. So let's switch over and change the mode here so I can have my picture-in-picture back. Here we go. And we go to controllers. And yeah, change grip order. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to hold the sync button here. There we go. It shows up as a Pro controller. I'm ready. Okay. Okay, the analogs. I wouldn't use the analog as a D-pad replacement. The actual D-pad, it's actually pretty good. So let me go to Mario Kart first, because that's a game where I'm gonna have to hold like an item, and you don't have the little handles here on the back of the controller. So let's see how well. Okay, let's just go to single player, Grand Prix 150. Stick with my regular thing over here. Man, you know, I'm gonna just let me go back, because this way I can just pick the track that I want to go to, right? Wouldn't that make more sense? So let's go to time trials, because I already know what track I want to play. Here we at? Let's see here. I like Yoshi Valley. Let's go here. Solo race. I don't really do time trials that much, because the only thing I haven't unlocked is the gold wheels. So let's see here if I can remember. It's been a while. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Something to get used to. The analogs feel good though. They're smooth. The buttons, you know, for like your gas, your A, B, X, Y, you know, all that. They are a little on the small side. Great for kids, and that's another reason, you know, some of y'all don't know. I have a 9-year-old. She's got her own gaming channel. which we gotta finish playing Human Fall Flat here this weekend, because they added update DLC, you know, to the Switch. And I figured, well, I'll get this controller so I can take to work. If I don't like it, then I'll give it to her. And if she likes it, and I like it, now I'll just buy another one. This way she has one either way. Because, you know, she's 9 years old. So this controller would probably better suit her than the regular Pro controller, which she actually does prefer over the Joy-Cons. Even using the Joy-Con grip, she prefers this over that. So I know I haven't used my mushrooms, but it's because I was talking and not really focused on playing. See? I should have hopped there. I never do. I'll probably get a track lap record because of that. Haven't been. So overall, so far, it's not bad. I can definitely play. I can reach the other button for my brake, which is B. Let's see, did I get any sort of record here? No. Okay, so we'll quit that. By the way, I have a picture-in-picture box that allows me to do all this. So I guess people's hands could feel a little bit cramped, so let's go home and close this out. Let's go to Minecraft. Move my picture position back up here. I'll connect to my server. Alright, it's lightweight. It has 40 hours of rechargeable battery. So let's try this game, and then we'll go to the online where I can use the D-pad and test that there. So wait for it to load up. My character changes. You know, fun fact, it defaulted to Alex, and so I just kept Alex because of that. There we go. Today. See? Alright, let's go to my realm. I wonder where I'm at, if I'm at my main base or not. This is only a 3-person total realm, and it's just me and Monster, Roy, who you haven't seen on the channel, or you haven't heard him on the channel in a while because of the whole pandemic thing. So he hasn't been coming over here. We've been playing online, but I haven't found a good way to record, because if I do yeah, what is that sound? That sounds like a roller cart. But I haven't found a good way. Come on, Roy. You put this here. I'll put grass. No, I don't want that there. I don't know. He built the door wrong. But anyway. So let's see. So for this game, I could already see that the clickiness may eventually get on my nerves. Come on, Roy. Oh, wait. Never mind. Oh. Tunnel. Did he tunnel out of here? Oh, thunderstorm. Alright, so, Which way is it? Is it that way or this way? I think it's this way. Yes, this way. Okay. So, the analogs on this. So I would have to adjust the sensitivity on this itself, because it seems like since the analogs are actually smaller, that less movement, I guess. I don't know. It just seemed that way, I guess, when I was up there. It felt like, I guess they are good. Because when I was first moving it, it seemed like it was over adjusting a little bit too much, but now I guess it's not. I don't know. Let me go in here. You better not explode on me. Kill with a water bucket. One hit kill. That's right. What do I got in here? Okay, so one thing for sure. The edge of the analog cap, I can feel that being kind of sharp as I'm using this controller. So right here, that little edge, because it's overall smaller, and like I said, I don't have big hands, but I don't have tiny hands either, so I'm somewhere in between. When I'm moving it, I'm doing this and touching the edge, and I can feel that edge over time smoothing out and probably just being somewhat annoying, I guess, because I don't always use the center of it to control. So you know, if you understand what I'm saying there. Let me go to sleep. The button size on the LNR, there's something to get a little bit used to overall. So see if I'll go fishing real quick. And that's the clickiness of the analog when you push it in. Not bad, not great. Okay, that works. The inner curve to that almost is like you may accidentally push the regular L button, but I guess since you're pushing downward that way, it's okay, but it seems like I feel like I'm gonna push it. So that's just something to think about. I can tell you right now, this would be great for kids for sure. For adults, it may be great for like me for work, for my 1 hour play sessions, you know, because it's only during lunchtime. So let's go to, let's see, here we go. So Super Nintendo. Yeah, let's go to Super Nintendo. Yes, I can play. Oh my gosh, Star Software. There's probably some new games on there that... Alright. So, let's go Super Mario World. That's... I was showing this game to my daughter. So yeah, don't use the analog. But that's just like the first thing I want to go to, you know, is using the analog. Okay. Is that better? But I can use the D-pad. The D-pad just seems kind of cramped. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not the placement. It's the the left and right, the spacing between the BY and the D-pad, because I'm using BY, you know, for my, is that even the right buttons to be using? Yeah, it is. Just making sure they didn't change it up on me, because it has been a while. Yeah, the D-pad, I could have preferred it a little bit more to the left, where it's more underneath the analog. But I guess if I'm really playing for a little while, I can get used to this. It's not terrible. It's just not great for me. See, look at that. I missed. But it's not as sharp and pointy like the Nintendo Switch Pro controller D-pad, you know, which is kind of narrow overall. So yeah, I missed that. But yeah, that's let's close. Let's go to the Nintendo. Watch, update. Can they make these a little bit smaller? You know? Is Super Dodgeball on here? This one. Because not that button. I wanted to press start, but okay, reverse, world, okay, skill level, normal, difficult. Let's go to normal because I haven't played this one in a while. You know, my favorite version of this game is the one on the Game Boy Advance, Super Dodgeball Advance, I think it's called. Let's go to no. I love that game. This has a terrible frame rate though, but okay, that was not the button to throw. I guess it's gonna be A and B. Okay, so they're about to hit me. Okay. See, I'm glad I didn't okay, pick up. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get you now. So where's my boy? Right here. Not you. Up here. There we go. See, they done messed up now. Did that sound evil? See, that's why you jump right there, because he could have jumped. He could have jumped and actually taken the ball from my team. Okay, that's the catch button. So I was pushing the wrong one. See, and you don't use them because the ball doesn't come back. That's why you want this guy right here. I don't know his name. Sam. So for this game, this controller, totally doable. I can see the edges of the D-pad eventually hurting your, because you gotta double press it so you can run. But it wouldn't nearly be as bad as the Switch Pro controller D-pad. So, see, in this game, you also got to worry about the terrain. When you have sand, you run differently. See? So like this one, it takes a little bit longer. In the sand, I think you have like a shorter. So that was good. Good reaction time. So the buttons, see? So it's not like it's a long press or anything. I pressed the button too soon. Killed him though. Come on, James. I'm gonna... Oh, in this guy, and then that'll be it for... But if you ever want to... Yeah. But if you ever want to play Super Dodgeball, get the Dodgeball Advanced version. I can put that on the hardest setting of the game, and I can beat the game in one go. But it is really fun. Let's close out. So this will be it. My final thoughts. The controller is a little bit cramped. The D-pad is slightly stiff, but in comparison to the Pro controller, it is not as bad. That better? It is not as bad, but for a game like Dodgeball where you gotta double press it, I can see, you know, eventually getting the kind of indentation feel in your finger. The analogs, they're really smooth. I feel like the caps are a little bit on the small side. They could have done away with this kind of ridging. And maybe a little bit wider cap and somewhat softer. It didn't even have to have an indentation. The indentation or the bubble, either one doesn't really matter to me, as long as the plastic on it, rubbery, feels good. The buttons, they're a little clicky, but you know, as we compared to other controllers, they all have some clickiness to them. This one is just a different type of clicky. Again, at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me. But when I was playing Minecraft and I'm sitting there having to jump and jump and jump, that sound can get repetitive. It may bother somebody. I may eventually not even hear it and it won't even bother me anymore. I don't know. I have to play it for a long time. It has motion controls, 40-hour battery life. It does not have amiibo support, which I've never used. Look in the video behind you. There's no amiibos at all. It has no rumble, which a lot of games don't even have rumble. Like Minecraft, I don't even believe has rumble. They emailed me and said that I played like 43 hours last month. And I don't remember feeling rumble anytime I got exploded by a creeper. USB-C, then they have the micro USB adapters, and then there's also lightning for... See? That's what I wanted to do. So I can just magnetize and charge the controller like that. That's not, it doesn't come with the controller itself, but overall it is lightweight, feels good. My pinkies, eventually they rest right here to support the controller itself because there's no little hand, you know, grips. But I think what I'm going to do is take it to work and play for a week from Minecraft, because that's all we basically play, and see if I'm going to keep it or give it to my daughter, and I can leave an updated comment below deciding what I do. But overall, I think right now I'm looking at that I'm going to keep it. I just got to get used to, you know, some of the it's a different controller, you know. It's like going from PlayStation to Xbox. It's a good controller. It's different. It's better in its own way. It's worse in its own way. And you just adapt. So at the end of the day, so far, I like this controller. If in a week from now, when I play at work, if I don't like it, I'll give it to my daughter, see what she says, and I'll leave my final result down in the comment section below. So thanks for watching. I'm not a review channel. I'm not a, you know, any channel like that, but I am going to be reviewing a battery. I like to do all my videos, if you're new to the channel, in one take. I don't do any editing at all. That's why I got this picture-in-picture box, and I just kind of rotate my chair to flip my signal and all, you know, anything I have to do. This way it's all one take, no editing, because I just, with work, I work overnights, and you can probably see I'm tired, and I don't have the time, you know, to do a lot of editing. So that's why I've set up my setup the way it is, picture-in-picture with just direct recording. So enough rambling, and thanks for watching. I'll leave a link below where you can buy it. It's non-affiliated at all if you want to take a look at it. It was $49.99, and yeah, so non-bias. They did not give me this, did not donate it. They did not. I wasn't receiving a discount or anything. But anyway, I'm rambling, so have a good one. Subscribe to my channel, see more videos. Ring the bell. Don't. Thumbs up, thumbs down, you know, whichever you prefer. At the end of the day, it all helps the channel. So thanks for watching.